In case you're wondering just how far Donald Trump will go in order to get his way, either domestically or around the world, the answer is as far as he wants. Today on Truth Social, Trump posted a letter that he addressed to the president of Brazil in which he threatened a 50% tariff for, among other things, the way they are treating former President Jair Bolsonaro. Trump's tariff letter to Brazil is far more aggressive than any other letter he's sent this week to other countries. This despite the fact that Brazil is actually one of the few countries where the U.S. runs a trade surplus. The very first paragraph of the letter includes this: the way that Brazil has treated former President Bolsonaro, a highly respected leader throughout the world during his term, including by the United States, is an international disgrace. This trial should not be taking place. It is a witch hunt that should end immediately. Now, Bolsonaro, here pictured with Trump from back in 2019, is facing multiple criminal investigations and charges. The allegations against him include attempting to overturn the results of the 2022 presidential election, a plot which allegedly involved dozens of people, including former ministers and military officers, and might have even included plans to assassinate the current president, Lula da Silva, and a Supreme Court Justice, Alexandre de Moraes. Bolsonaro is also accused of using Brazil's intelligence agency to illegally spy on political rivals, journalists, and environmentalists during his time in office. Coincidentally, in all of this, Bolsonaro has also been referred multiple times as the Trump of the tropics. All of this demonstrates that Trump is attempting to impose his will all around the world, not just within the United States. And while domestically we have seen him succeed many times in forcing universities to back down, the media to settle lawsuits, and his various threats against states, his favorite weapon abroad has been the threat of American tariffs. And his threat against Brazil of a tariff that would be higher than any other country in the world is a perfect example of how far he will go to get his way. Trump did a very similar thing a couple of weeks ago, in which he posted a rather lengthy statement about Netanyahu, which I won't read the whole thing here, but you can see what he posted, and also referred to what was going on in Israel as a political witch hunt. And of course, what both Netanyahu and Bolsonaro share is that they are allies of Donald Trump. This isn't about having the right thing done. It's about interfering in other countries' laws because they are going after his allies. This is all about Donald Trump imposing his will all around the world. All of that is of interest because Donald Trump already lines up with the biblical descriptions for the Antichrist, who is described as having the mouth of a lion, being profoundly arrogant and boastful, sowing discord, casting truth to the ground, being a vile person, being beloved in Israel, being obsessed with gold, having a covenant with many, and even having the ego to proclaim himself as God. 2 verses in the Bible help to explain how the Antichrist will go about getting his way around the world. And it isn't because he's beloved. We're told in Daniel 11:36 that the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself. And in Revelation 6:2, the Antichrist is described as riding a white horse because he is seen as that knight in shining armor coming to save the day, but he's given a crown and he goes forth conquering and to conquer. And this is precisely what Trump is doing right now. He's imposing his will, both in America and all around the world, and he's using threats in order to get his way. So when you see Trump make threats against Brazil and demanding that they stop going against Bolsonaro, or telling Israel to stop prosecuting Netanyahu, it isn't about Trump standing up for the rule of law. It's about him standing up for those who acknowledge how great he is.